What is going on? Lethius is on. What's going on, Lethius? Kira is early. What is going on? Yeah, I figured, Lethius, you wouldn't be able to stay on too long, but I'm glad you hopped on in the beginning. Kira, we've missed you. I hope you've been good. I hope everyone can hear me. So, Lethius, I know I'll give you a pass since it's 4 in the morning, but I like to always add you to the list. Kira gets added because this was a website giveaway that got really only 4 signups, and the other one got over 80. So I figured that whoever hops on can be added to it because it was a fail. But did either of you get the alert? The Kind Assassin was live streaming Assassin's Creed Mirage from 5:30 to about 5 minutes ago. She's going to try to play each day. I messed up her game. Got her killed. Lethius says, oh yeah, sorry, I was watching something else. It's all right. I just want to make sure. At least I know the alerts are working. Oh, man. So, Kira, did you have a good holiday weekend? Repeatedly respawning, what's going on? You get added to the giveaway. I always forget, I'm sorry. Repeatedly, where do you live again? I always forget who is international besides Lethius. Kira never gets any alerts. Texas. All right. So repeatedly gets added. We're giving away a sipper today. Like a popcorn bucket, but for drinks. Kira says, Thanksgiving is just an eat till you pass out in front of Netflix holiday. Yeah, I had 4 days off from work, which I needed. It was really busy the past 2 weeks. So it was nice. And we had a sale, had a lot of sales, and I finally got caught up this morning, so I'm good. So tomorrow shouldn't be too crazy. Lethius wants to eat until he passes out. You could do that any day of the week. Oh, man. He says thanks. Someone come feed him in Amsterdam. What would I bring you? I would bring you chicken cutlet parm. Repeatedly says they say it every week, but they enjoy last Good Place reaction. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's getting good. I mean, it's been good, but season 2, this is going to be crazy, them actually working with Michael. I'm interested to see where this goes. Kira says, Chris told her he's going to jump onto the stream for a while. He's still off from work. Oh, cool. Be nice to see Chris. Maybe Shira hop on. I don't remember if Shira was on last week. I'm surprised True isn't on yet. How far am I into the Good Place? I just watched season 2, episode 4, Team Cockroach, yesterday. So that's the episode where episode 3, at the end, he tells them he wants to team up. And then episode 4 is the one where they ask him all the questions, and they actually do. And you see how Tahani died, which is sad. Althea says he can offer a bedroom. He has a spare one. That's all we really need. Some place to sleep. We feed him. He gives us a place to sleep. I think that's a fair deal. Oh my gosh, Kira. Repeatedly says, I can't believe she died in Cleveland. I know. Man, I said this in my reaction. If you go by the rules that the show has given us of, how to get to the bad place, where in real life we would feel like, maybe none of them would go to hell, but in the Good Place, it's a point system. And I get it. Yeah, Tahani's sister is going to the bad place, I think. Kira says she tries to give the people what they want. Oh man. Because, yeah, Tahani, her sister, I think, is kind of just as selfish and stuck up as she is. But Tahani had a redeeming quality. Even though she was doing it for selfish reasons, she was still donating money and raising money. I mean, I think her sister raised money as well, but only because her dad gave it. Like, she wasn't doing a good job raising money, but her dad gave her, like in the first episode, I think. But I think Tahani actually did raise money. But it would be interesting if she, during the show, her sister ends up in the bad place and they're there together. But I doubt they would do that. Kira says she agrees with Eleanor, though. I seriously think I have a thing for Tahani. Eleanor is pretty much in love. It's I know we didn't see all 800 versions, but Michael states that every time she meets with Chidi, right, she works with him, and the same thing happens all the time. But I wonder if in every version she falls in love with Tahani. True should be on. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she worked overtime. Repeatedly says, I love that Janet gets more advanced too. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And she said every time she gets rebooted, she does get more advanced. And it's been over 800 times. So I guess my question, though, and I may be missing something or forgetting something, but how come the first time they did it, she turned into a baby? That's the thing that I don't get. Or are they saying the first time you get rebooted, you go back to the beginning, and then every other time after that, you learn more? Or maybe I'm just forgetting the. Because the first time it was just Chidi who accidentally rebooted her, and then she turned into a dummy. True, speak of the devil, how are you? So, repeatedly, maybe you could explain that for me because I don't quite remember. Because I think, yeah, she just got rebooted and then she lost all her memories, and now she gets rebooted and she gains memories. So, repeatedly says, yeah, I think she gets a clean wipe each time, but has the potential to grow more and more advanced and maybe not need as much time to grow up. I mean, I'm not even really going to overthink it because I don't really care too much about it. I'll just take their word for it. So I guess, like, I know they told us the shortest stint was like 8 minutes or 8 seconds because he rebooted it by accident. Um, and I think he said the current timeline has been a couple of months, so she's had some time to relearn. So maybe she does just get rebooted and then she just learns really fast. It's crazy that he said one of them lasted about 11 months. Kira says, I think of Janet as the Eternals were in the film. She's not a girl, not a robot, more like a cosmic. Yeah. That's what she always says. Not a robot. Not a robot. But she does have a hard drive and she does keep memories. She's definitely not a girl. Nope. But we love her anyway. It was cool where she was like, I'm supposed to be honest, but my goal was always to like make sure the humans are good, and now she's going to be in cahoots with them. I like that. I like it a lot. Oh man. So yeah, this giveaway we only have 7 entrants. Janet is the goat, and she always gets along with Jason. I love that. Like they're always on the same page. I'm sure Boom will be on. Hopefully Shira hops on. I still have to send True the pop she won last week during trivia night. Kira says, didn't know that Janet's full name on the show is Janet Della Denunzio. I had no idea. Lathea says, minus me, I will never get anything as I'm in Europe, right? Yeah, as of now, the only thing I could send is like digital codes and stuff. So when I do movies and shit, I could send you the digital codes, but yeah, it's expensive just to send the package with customs and all that crap. He's like, I mean, it's fine, not judging. But yeah, I have to pick up the Fantastic Four 4K and then give that Blu-ray, that digital code away. Lathis is like, I'm still here, man. Kira says, just put it in a cannon. That'll do. Or hand deliver it with the chicken cutlet. I could do that. Oh, man. I know Latheus was on. Well, now I do because I forgot, but then he reminded me. But was anyone else lurking on Friday when we live streamed putting up the Christmas tree? We didn't see, I think Latheus, my friend from New York, and someone else commented, but Chris is here. He's seen Fantastic Four First Steps about 420 times. Chris gets on the list to win the Sipper. Chris B. Lathea says, yeah, that was nice. I was shocked it was so quiet. I think, I mean, it was Friday, and not everybody is off the day after Thanksgiving. So I know, well, I think True was working. No, I don't remember, but I'm sure people were working on Friday. It was kind of early. The tree looks nice. Thank you. The Kind Assassin got some more little decorations for it, and we put them on a couple hours ago. Topher-san, welcome, good friend o' mine. What is new, Chris? What's new in the world of Chris? Until when will we have the tree up usually? I think we usually keep it up till the first week of January. Pretty sure. So, something like that. It's always fun to put it up and then sad to take it down. Chris is confused with having to follow daylight savings time. Oh, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Althea says that short amount of time. Yeah, I usually keep it up for a month or so. I know some people keep it into February. Oh, man. It's been like a normal California fall, winter, whatever you want to call it here. Like nice in the day, chilly at night. On Thanksgiving, it was 80 degrees. It was so nice. We ate some food. We went a walk on the beach. It was crazy. Optimistic, what's up? Optimistic gets added to the giveaway list. Just note, today I am only on till 8 normal, but if I spin the wheel and I call the winner and the winner is not on the live stream at that time, then I'm respinning it. So I'm not saying you have to be on the whole hour, but if you got something to do, definitely come back for the last 10 minutes. So I'll probably spin the wheel at like 7:55ish. True had a good holiday. Hope yours was too good. Hope yours was good too, Chris. Definitely hope everyone had a good one. True, were you watching the Kind Assassins live stream? Um, the one today, like from 5:30. Athea says in the Netherlands, some people are saying they might get a white Christmas, and I even had a dream about that. Is it very rare that it snows there, or I don't know? Were you there till the end when I ruined her game? I got her killed. Now she has to do the mission from the beginning. Chris says, hoping to sell this property in New York, then I can move to a place of his choosing. Really has to escape the United States for a bit, see how the world is. We're not ruled by a corrupt baby man. Yeah, that's a good idea. If you could get out of here for a bit, get out of here for a bit. Where would you think about going? Thea says the last White Christmas was 2010. Damn, 15 years. When Letheus was just a baby. True says, I saw she got killed, but I didn't know it was because of you. I was playing Pele. Yeah, we were trying to figure out how to get the key. So I was looking online and then I found the video. So I took the controller and like I was looking around, but I wasn't paying attention. And then I put the controller on the couch and then went back on the internet to look like an idiot and died. Japan, maybe Ireland. We went to Ireland a couple of years ago. It was nice. Ireland and Scotland. Chris says, well, that's just friendly fire, eh? I'm an idiot. Oh, man. I think it's like the last mission, too, of the DLC. Stupid, stupid Steve. 7:17, rolling into the Boomhauer hour. Oh, where is the little guy? Right here. Oh, no, I don't think anyone's noticed my decorations in here yet. Courtesy of the Kind Assassin. Althea says, by the way, Steve, you saw those pics I uploaded in our group chat about snow. That layer was like mind blowing to me. I have to go back in and look because I finally today really have an opportunity to actually see what you're posting because I was nonstop working. I would just look in quick and whatever the first thing was there, I would look at it, but I haven't really had time to scroll. Kira says, do you know how many men never own up to their mistakes? Don't let it get to you, sir. You're a king amongst men. Yeah. It stinks more because it was one of those missions where it takes a little bit to get where she was. And I haven't played the DLC yet. And yeah, I just had a brain fart. I'm going to get beat up. Kira would commit a crime for snow. I don't really miss it. I don't. I had 37 years of snow. Althea says understandable though. Like it's when I say crazy, it was crazy during our sale. Like nuts. Chris said he downloaded a new Civilization game and there's a lot of bugs, but it's gorgeous. Oh, I just downloaded Infinity Nikki. Because I was looking for free to play games and that one came up, so I downloaded it and I only played a little bit to like create my character. And it looks interesting. It's like those free to play games have so many options. So confusing, like where winds meet. Like I'm good with like the controls now and how to play, but the freaking so many options. So, who makes the Civilization game? I've never heard of it. Repeatedly says after Snowmageddon in Texas a couple of years ago, we got a little worried when he sees any bit of snow. Over here, people get worried when they see rain. They don't know how to drive. This morning was actually nuts. I left my house to get to work at like 7:30 and it was I don't know what the temperature was because the parking lot is on the ground, but it was sunny. I had to put my sunglasses on in the car. It was super sunny. I drove for about 5 miles and then all of a sudden I couldn't there was fog and I couldn't see through it. The sun went away and it was like ridiculously thick fog. It was crazy. Kira's still playing Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster that just dropped. The voice acting is incredible. Repeatedly, it was while watching semi trucks plowing full speed into piles of crashed cars. Oh man. Yeah, that's tough. Like when you're in a place that never gets something and then you get a lot of it. Oh, yeah. It's like when we watch Fail Army and you see videos of um, places where there's snow and it's really cold and there's cars that are parked on a hill like before it snowed and then it just gets so cold that all the cars start falling down the hill. It's sad. Thea says, hey, but do you know, I love you all, but I have to go to bed now. Later, Latheus, thanks for hopping on. Have a sweet dream or sweet dreams. Oh, True says, ah, boo. I was having yesterday discussions with the kind assassin about me having 2 live streams every week. This one, and then one video games. So like dedicated. I have to think about it because sometimes I just randomly play. Like if I have time and I play, a live stream. But I don't know. Maybe it would be a good idea. We'll see. And she's also trying to do 31 days of live streaming. So she should be playing every day. And she probably would have beaten Mirage today if it wasn't for me. So tomorrow she'll probably finish Mirage. I would think fairly quickly since she knows what to do, and I think it's the end. And I believe she's going to be starting Shadows after that. Let these do earlier streams. Oh man, I would definitely like to, but there's just a lot of stuff to get done. Like eating dinner. Like the time that I eat, sometimes lunch or dinner, whatever you want to call it, would probably be a good time. But then people here are still at work. Boomhauer added to the list. So Boom is here. I think this is probably everyone, unless someone hops on at like the whatever they call it, the midnight hour, like literally when it's about to be done. Chris said, Sid Meier, that guy that's responsible for Sims, his company makes Civilization. It's just so cool. Seeing countries be born and develop. That's interesting. I haven't played Coral Island in a bit, but the kind assassin is really far ahead in that one. She's almost at $2 million. She unlocked like the movie theater, the hot air balloon, the mural, the recycling center. Like she's done a lot. Oh man. It's cool the like those four, whatever they call them, the kings, I think, or whatever they are. I think she did them all. How was your work day, Boom? Mine was pretty busy. Tomorrow should not be that bad. Tomorrow should be pretty quick, to be honest, of warehouse work and then just doing admin work. So if I could get home fairly early and the kind assassin doesn't have too much of her own work to do, then maybe she'll live stream early. Do like a long ass subathon. But what you missed, Boom, before you hopped on is, long story short, I got the kind assassin killed in Assassin's Creed Mirage, like right as she was about to probably beat the game. And now she has to start that little mission from the beginning. Unexpected and insanely busy couple of days. Busy is bad enough, but unexpected busy, those suck. I forgot to put my goal up. Whoops. I'm still upset about my season 2, episode 1 and 2 reaction to The Good Place, since the file I had was both episodes at once. I have them both in one video, and I thought I edited it pretty good, but it got freaking blocked. I had to like chop it up. Stinks. Shear's here. What's up, Shear? You get added to the list for the giveaway. Ooh. So now we got just about everyone. Everyone, just make sure you're on at 7:55 when I spin the wheel. The little guys over here. I think I didn't hear anyone mention it when I mentioned it before, but the decorations, like the ornaments and stuff, Kind Assassin did a good job. The little guy's going to be gone today. Someone's going to win him. Or her. It's a Flerken. I don't know. Trying to see. Apparently this is a limited edition one, or a very rare one. Not that it's worth anything, but that's cool. Oh, you know, I'm surprised Michelle's not on. Sheer says, I tried for a bit. It reminds me of my time at Porsche. Played maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Sheer says, I should be able to stay awake. I hope so. I've never even heard of my time at Porsche. But has anybody else tried Infinity, Nikki? Oh. I think I'm actually going to put Where Winds Meet down for a bit and concentrate on Ghosts of Yotei. God, that game's so good. Repeatedly says he loves his time at Porsche and my time at Sandrock. I have no idea what that is. Chris said, that's the game that reminds me of Palea. I haven't downloaded it, but watched the trailer. I gotta look it up. My time at Porsche. If I'm pronouncing that right. Let me look at my stream health. Excellent. My time at Porsche. Okay. Yeah, all these games, like the boxes, look really similar, or like the art. They should have The Good Place cozy game. 3D Stardew Valley. Well, that's what Coral Island is basically. 3D Stardew Valley, right? I haven't played Coral in a bit. I have to, what do I gotta do? I get like osmium crops to donate to that lady underwater, and I don't know how long that's gonna take. True says my time at Sandrock is probably her favorite game. Damn, you've played it 17 times? Hold on. My time at Samrock. It's a 2023 farm life sim. That's crazy. Shira was playing Tiny Glade Trailer. It's so soothing building castles. Repeatedly says Sandrock is the sequel. Ah, okay. Jesus, you've beat it and you started over again, like with a brand new character, or do you just like have a new save with your same character? I could not fathom starting like Coral Island over. That's why we never play co-op. I'm like, I don't want to do all this stuff again, like all the same stuff, just to do the same things, same cutscenes. Chris said he likes the dark games. There's a free trailer for a game called Strange Antiquities. That sounds familiar. That does sound familiar. Start over with a new character 17 times. Damn. That's a lot of hours. That's what I'm surprised that you stopped playing Coral Island then for Palia. I figured you'd probably play them both simultaneously. Oh man. That game's her jam. Kira says, I wish Stardew Valley would get a remaster with just a little higher graphics, but maintain the 8-bit style. Was Stardew Valley a game? Well, no, I highly doubt that came out during 8-bit consoles. So scratch that question. True says they're not the same to me. Ooh. Repeatedly says Stardew impresses them so much since everything is made by one person. Art, game, music, everything. Yeah. I know I don't know who works on Coral Island, but I know I read that one person does all the art for that because I guess they want it to be consistent. Kira says, just like Chrono Trigger, which is due for an upcoming remaster. All these games, I don't know. But speaking of games, I think if I am able to do my third subathon in January, which is the plan, it's going to be gaming, and I might do a horror game. I might do Silent Hill 2 and play that. That would be kind of interesting. Chris says, Stardew is an amazing accomplishment. Coral Island I can see having limitations with its 3D graphics style. There's just so much you can do without a complete overhaul. Oh, let me look up Chrono Trigger. Oops, excuse me. I got the burps. Oh, Chrono Trigger was a Super Nintendo game? Interesting. True says, I thought you don't like horror. I don't. That's why I'm going to try it. Because it should be very interesting for me to play that. I read it's fun, I guess, for people to do horror games with played in the dark. I don't know if I'm going to go that far. Shira says, oh, right. Chrono was really that old of a game. You know what? It fascinates me. Like, good graphics fascinates me, like how good the graphics has gotten over time. But our mind just accepts it because every generation there's more technology. And we're like, okay, yeah, they're going to get better. Like, they know what they're doing. Not that it's easy, but it's something like developers know how to do. Oh, we got these resources. We'll make the games look better. The thing that kind of freaks me out a little bit is when you're creating a game for, say, PlayStation 5 and you make it look 8-bit. That's like crazy to me. Like, how the hell do you do that? I do scare easily. Repeatedly says, have you played any of the Dark Picture games Until Dawn? No, I don't play horror games. The only game I ever tried, I think, that was horror was Bloodborne. And I played for maybe 45 minutes, but I didn't like the control scheme, so I quit. So yeah, one of the people that works at the warehouse that I work at was telling me that Silent Hill 2 remaster is really good. And then I heard yesterday that they're doing a Silent Hill 1 remaster. I think that's coming out next year. But Silent Hill 2 is free to play on PlayStation for the tier of PlayStation Plus that I have. Chris says, Liftlands is an adorable game with a free demo. Repeatedly says, check them up. Primarily story-based, but decisions and some quick time event. You can end the game with everyone surviving or nobody surviving. That's interesting. I do know what game I'm probably going to check out, and I've never played any of the games in the series, but I'm going to get the new one because it's going to be open world, and I love open world games. But the new Tomb Raider, I think, comes out next year. It's supposed to be open world. I'll probably pick that up. True says, House of Ashes is so good. That's her favorite of the Dark Picture game. Is Dark Picture just a genre, or is that like a studio? You guys are true gamers. I don't know any of this lingo. I hear things like Souls-like. I don't know what the hell that means. Sheer says, the Exit 8 or the Stanley Parable are interesting games that aren't scary per se, but they can make you jump. Damn, I'm like the odd person out on all this talk. Because I don't know what's going on. So I get this for myself.
Stupid bitch doesn't even know. She is gonna get the best bottle of wine of her stupid bitch life.
Water is good. Getting hungry at 7:30 at night. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of this before when I was talking to Latheus about chicken. Like, I had chicken for dinner tonight. Kira said, don't feel bad. The independent games really do shine when the effort is put in. I suppose. I don't even know what would be. Like, I know AAA means it's like a game that has a high budget. But are there AA games and single A games? Like, I don't know. Repeatedly would recommend Stanley Parable if you like being a little rebellious and in the mood for comedic commentary. Kira says, are you going to buy Fantastic Four? I am. I'm trying to get the 4K of it. And this is crazy. Like, I know 4Ks are more expensive than Blu-rays. But the Superman 4K, I think, was $28. The Sinners 4K was, I think, $25, $28. For some reason, the Fantastic Four one is, I think, sold out like on the main page to buy it. And they're like $60 or $50. I'm not paying $55, $60 for a movie. So I'm just trying to find it when it's actually in stock at the normal price. And it wasn't even on sale for like any of the whatever Black Fridays and Cyber Mondays. So, but as soon as I get it, you'll all know. And whatever, like whatever the next coming Tuesday is, will be the day that I give it away. Sure, Mrs. Lost Vikings. Can't seem to find that on any emulator or console. Lost Vikings. Game. Oh, that looks also like a Super Nintendo era game. 1993. Let's see. I just do Lost Vikings PS5. Okay, so it says, and I don't know if this is true because for some reason, but it says you can play the Lost Vikings on PS5 through the Blizzard Arcade Collection, which includes the original game and other classics like Rock and Roll Racing and Blackthorn. So There is a Blizzard Arcade collection on the PlayStation Store. But the question is that a different game? Is Lost Viking different from The Lost Viking? Sheer says, good to know, thanks. You're welcome. Repeatedly says, Stanley Parable started off as a mod on Half-Life 2, then got a game, and then an upgraded sequelish. That's pretty dope. Did you hear about, I think it's in Fortnite, that they did sort of, I think, a little movie of Kill Bill, like an edition animated, and they got, like, Quentin Tarantino directed it, and I think they got all the voice actors back. Sheer says, you are right, same game. That's cool. I'm never right. Repeatedly says, saw a guy streaming Stanley Parable on Twitch. He had another guy on the stream with him, and it was the creator of the game. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it was his brother? That's pretty dope. Let me look up Stanley Parable. Stanley Parable. Let's see. It's on. It says Mac OS, Microsoft Windows, Linux. So this is a PC game. This one is not even on like PlayStation, I don't think. Let's see if I Google the Stanley Parable PS5. It says the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. $24.99. Okay. You will play as Stanley and you will not play as Stanley. You will make a choice and you will have your choices taken from you. The game will end. The game will never end. Contradiction follows contradiction. The rules of how games should work are broken, then broken again. You're not here to win. The Stanley Parable is a game that plays you. Interesting. You get everything that was in the original game preserved just like it was back in 2013, but the Ultra Deluxe also expands the world of the original game with new content, choices, secrets, and labyrinths just got bigger. In addition, the game has been visually upgraded to reflect modern technology while faithfully preserving the tone of the original. And just as before, the impeccable voice work of Kevin Breitling will accompany you every step of the way. Cool. Kira said, that's another game that I miss. Little Big Planet was such fun playing with friends. Miss those little sack people, or the people with little sacks. I remember Little Big Planet. I never played it, but I feel like that was the only like game that was good on the PS Vita back in those days. Because I had a Vita and a PlayStation Portable, and I had a bunch of games. They weren't the same. Like they weren't that good to me. But I think Little Big Planet might have been made for that. And I thought they made more of them. Or did they only make one? Came out in 2008. So it is on PlayStation 5. Let's see. Oh, there was a Little Big Planet. Okay, so there was 3 of them. There's Little Big Planet PlayStation Portable, Little Big Planet PS Vita. Then there's spin-offs. Little Big Planet Karting, Sackboy's Prehistoric Moves, Run Sackboy Run, Little Big Planet Hub, Sackboy A Big Adventure, Ultimate Sackboy. Chris says, the fact that you could literally punch your co-players in Little Big Planet is so satisfying. Repeatedly says he'd imagined Little Big Planet was a big PlayStation mascot and draw around then. Boom says, dude, I love the PSP. Yeah, the games were a bit more shallow, but for me, they were good enough. Yeah, I don't remember much about them. They used like little tiny CDs, right? That were like encased in plastic, almost like a little zip drive, but a different shape. I think. And then I remember they came out with the PS Vita that was like a sidekick phone where the screen popped up. I remember that. I don't think I had that one. I definitely had a PlayStation. I had both. I remember, and I used to play the show a lot on both of them. And that was back then a huge thing where it was like, oh, I could play it on my PlayStation, and then the saved carries over like to this system, and I could just continue my whatever. That was pretty cool. Little Big Planet 3 was 2014, so they haven't come out with a new one, I think, since then. It says appearances in other games. It says elements from Little Big Planet appear in the Astrobot series. Sackboy appears as a VIP bot that can be rescued in Astrobot. Michelle is here. Good morning, Michelle. I keep forgetting that you're. Oh, that's right. I forgot that you're international. Damn, you're on your way to work? What time do you go into work? Kira says Potion Craft is a fun Alchemist game. It has a free demo too. There's a lot of free games. Since I have PlayStation Plus Premium, they give you a lot to play, but there's a lot. But luckily, some of them you could stream where I don't have to download the game onto my console. Damn, you start at 5, so I'm guessing it's probably like 4 or 4:30. Top of the morning indeed. Oh, my back hurts. How long is your shift today? Is it 5 to 1? Stinks to go in at 5, but not bad to get out at 1. It's 3 to 45. Oh, it's 3:45. Till 3. 5 to 3. When I first moved out here, I had my New York job for a little bit, and they let me work remotely. It was 2017. I used to work 6 to 2 from home. I used to love that. Just wake up, get to work, finish, done by 2. I went to the gym every day. Kira says Australia is way ahead of us too. Oh. Yeah, I think Michelle is a little bit. I think it's 3:45. I think it's 2 hours later where Lathias is. I think for the people that are international that I know, there's Michelle, and then Lathias is later than that. And then I know someone in New Zealand who hasn't been on the stream in a while, but I think they're like way ahead. Right? Ahead or behind? Ahead. Yeah, because it's 3 in the morning tomorrow. Matthias is 9. So that means Michelle is probably 7, I think. 7 or 8, around there. Matthias is 9 hours away. It's crazy. He's in the future. Michelle says she is in the future. Ah, my sandal fell off. My indoor chunk. All right, got it. Oh, speaking of, well, not speaking of, I just thought of something randomly. I have 2 shorts to post. I have one from Where Winds Meet that I got to post tonight, and then I have one from The Kind Assassins yesterday that's pretty funny that I have to post tonight too. I downloaded the live, I just got to find it. How how is the future looking? How is December 3rd looking? Banana. Dark. Oh man. I feel like Googling, will there be another Little Big Planet? Will there be a Little Big Planet 4? No official announcement, but fans are hopeful. The franchise's online services for 3 were permanently shut down last year. Damn. It says, but Sackboy: A Big Adventure is available, and fan-made alternatives like Restitched are in development. Still waiting for sunlight. That's being up with the birds. Repeatedly, you can make any joke you want. This is actually the first stream in a long time that no one's been blocked by YouTube. Chris said the sun's a coming. Oh man. Oh man, my neck. Boom said, oh wait, what did I miss? Chris said, used to wake up early when I worked at Dunkin' Donuts. Boom says, challenge accepted. Oh, from what I said, no one's been blocked yet. I still need to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. I wanted to watch and react to that. So I got to check that out. Because everyone's talking about it. Everyone's saying it's good. But then again, I'm like, the movie has a lot of music. And that's like copyright strike ripe for the picking. So probably would just have to edit any part that has music in it. So I'll have to check that out. Boom says, booger infected butt hair of a 3-legged polka dotted killer giraffe. And it went through. That was... YouTube finds that perfectly okay. I wonder... It's crazy what they flag. I want to do another trivia night. Last week was really fun. Can't believe that True actually won. Everything's good. Maybe it's my internet. Maybe I have my setup is better now that everyone's getting my feed at the same time. Could be. That's one option. Oh, excuse me. No, they didn't flag anything on this stream, but they flagged the stupidest stuff. True says, hey, why? Am I dumb? No, because of the internet lag. You always used to get the questions right. You would just be like 5 seconds behind everybody else. Boom says, I hate Nazis. Maybe they didn't flag that because you put a question mark, so they think you're on their side. Like, what? You're questioning me? You think I hate them? Like, you don't really hate them. But if you do say you do, then YouTube would be like, no, you can't say that. Kira said, so does Indiana Jones. Very true. Always punch a Nazi. Always. Oh, has anyone on here watched K-pop Demon Hunters? So this is interesting. Boom wrote it again with exclamation points, and it's on the screen, but it's not in the chat. That is suspicious. So it looks like that's crazy. Because everything we've... Yo, that's crazy that they blocked that on stream. But for some reason, bot tricks Yeah, like look at the screen. It's there. It's right under Soda's Indiana Jones, but I don't see it like on the stream. Let me check because I'm in OBS and it's not on the OBS my chat. So if I go to my live and I just go to live studio, let me check that chat. Yeah, it's not there. And the funny thing is, they didn't even give me the opportunity to say it was okay. Chris said it blocked his Captain America comment too. See, this is weird because I fixed that by changing the setting where I would be the one who would allow stuff. That's crazy. YouTube. Let's see if I put it. So that went through, but if I put I hate Nazis, so mine went through. Actually, okay, yeah, both of mine went through. Curious that Skynet's taking over. So everybody type that and see if everyone gets blocked. Repeatedly says, oh my God, I still blocked the I hate Nazis without exclamation marks. Oh, that's messed up. Nazis are the worst. Maybe, see, this would be like the crazy thing is, what if we put like, whoops. Maybe it's the word hate. So if you put I hate right? Oh, so True's got through. I hate porcupines got through. Chris said it worked for True. All right, I'm gonna click the button now to see who wins. Let's go. Who is gonna win this one? It is Shira this week. Shira wins the Flerken Sipper. This is all yours. And the little egg. The egg is over there, though. That is wonderful. Congratulations. So, oh, is Shira still on? Oh, no. Part of my rule was you have to be... Oh, sure is here. Oh. All right, remove. Everyone's going to pass. So the next one is Michelle, but Michelle is in Europe, and I cannot ship it there, which I totally forgot. So I'll have to get something for Michelle, like a digital code of something. So Michelle, if you're still on, I know you're driving. Email me at the Screen Sanctum, the giveaways email, a movie that you like, and I'll send you a digital code. I forgot about that one. All right. Oh, well, then you heard me. Since I can't ship it, just think of a movie that you want, and I'll send you a code. Chris is the next winner. Michelle said, bus for me. Ain't nothing, well, taking a bus at 3 a.m. is probably better than driving at 3 or 4 a.m. Chris for the win. So now we just have to figure out, we have to wait for Chris to confirm that works. What do I have to do? All you have to do is send your address to here. Giveaways at screensanctum.com. And as soon as I have time, I'll ship it out. Do I have to give a speech? You can give a speech. Well, it's 8 o'clock, so I got a couple of seconds. But that draws this live stream to an end. Damn, we had so many people on. Today would have been a really good trivia night. Maybe next time. But I have to be out right now. So like I said, Michelle, when you're not on the bus or when you're in your email, just pick a movie and I'll get you a digital code, because that was my fault. I forgot to tell you that I can't ship physical items out there. Chris, hit me up on that email, and then I will, I have to send you this, and I have to send True Seattleite the pop. So it's been fun. Thank you as always, and keep an eye out for our video game live streams, and I'll see you next time. Peace, guys.